Are you aware today is World Suicide Prevention Day? And did you also know that 1 in every 100 deaths worldwide has been connected to suicide? Each suicide action is devastating and has a profound impact on families of victims and those around them. Now, to reduce this trend, raising awareness, reducing stigma, and encouraging well-informed action are key factors. This day was initiated by the International Association for Suicide Prevention and endorsed by the World Health Organization. And this year's theme is Creating Hope Through Action, and it reflects the need for collective action to address this public health issue. Well, joining me from India to further examine the World Suicide Prevention Day is mental health expert Krishna. Thank you, Anu, for joining us on TVC News at 7. The issue of suicide really disturbing that trend, and it is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, but it seems to really be on the rise. How do we prevent this ugly trend?
Thank you so much for asking that question, especially on such an important day. And you're very right. Suicide is on the rise, and attempted suicides are possibly not even reported, especially in the third world countries like ours, like India, Nigeria. I don't think they're even reported. And to simply just talk about spreading awareness is absolutely not enough. I think collectively, even the government has to come forward, and we've got to have recognition of people who are working towards this common goal of not just raising awareness, but to also hold space for people. Like, I run an organization with Nigeria. There's an Indo-Nigerian collaboration called the Harmony Circle. And what we simply do is just hold space for people. It is, say, no to suicide and say yes to life. And why are we doing this? Because we do realize the numbers are alarming. It is what we're going through at this point of time. I mean, Corona hasn't been easy, but Corona is just one of the factors. There's so much more. There is constant distraught. And today, if you see, if you were to take the number of people who who are even thinking of suicide, the adolescent population, it scores the highest. Why? Because they're constantly digitally connected. Now it's getting worse. How can we attack this? Is simply empower ourselves so that we can empower others to take care of themselves, which means each individual has got to step in and say, hey, how can we celebrate life? How can we actually step in at this moment right now? As you're hearing my voice right now, you can actually make a difference to someone else's life. Simply just go ahead and put your arm around somebody that you've not met in a long time. If you find someone over the phone not sounding good, please ask them, what can I do for you? That one human touch is going to make a world difference. Yes.
Okay, just before we get deeply into that, for people to really empower others by empowering ourselves, then we should understand what the warning signs really are. So what are those signs we should look out for, and that if we see, we should actually pay even more rapt attention than we would have ordinarily done?
Thank you for asking that question. Okay, the one thing that people think about is, they withdraw. I've seen people in my line of work, when I'm working, they will suddenly withdraw from you. They're going to stop eating. They're going to stop having less social interaction. They're going to be unhygienic and unkempt for most, probably about over 2 weeks. That should tick in that there's something going on. People mistake this to just be clinical depression, but it could be a warning sign. Also, if you catch people repeatedly talking about suicides elsewhere and, I have reached the end of the rope, catch these phrases. Also, if on their browsing history, you catch them, you look at the history and there's something like they're downloading things like how to commit suicide, how to cut myself. I'm telling you, these are warning signs. Please, please do not wait. Seek help immediately. These are the initial warning signs. Okay, so step in right there. I hope I answered that question.
Indeed.
It's that serious when you know that, yeah.
Indeed, you have. And indeed, as the theme this year talks, creating hope through action, everyone has a role to play for us to stop this ugly trend in its tracks. I sincerely appreciate you. Anu Krishna, mental health expert, joined us all the way from India. Thank you, Anu, for joining us on TVC News at 7.
Thank you so much, and celebrate life, guys. Please love yourself even more. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.